Legend has it that it was written by the Dark One.
The Kinonomicon ex mortis.
Roughly translated,
Good movie.
of the dead.
Okay, I'll just tell you I'd be doing a lot better if I hadn't sat through 2 hours and 15 minutes of Indian Nightmare on Elm Street. That was one of the hardest things I ever had to watch.
Oh, I didn't do the homework, so I've got nothing. So it's all whatever you guys watched.
Oh my god.
There's so much to say. I liked that movie, by the way.
I am without words. I can't even speak. You liked that piece of shit, that 2 hour and 15 minutes.
Okay. I didn't like that it was 2 hours, but it just felt like this is what would happen if you made Nightmare on Elm Street in India.
It was exactly what
that's
It would
cool.
suck. Like I don't know, any movie that's like, oh, it's an Indian remake. It just sounds like it's gonna be awful.
Okay, here's the thing. The movie was good when it was actually remaking A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
But the other 45 minutes to an hour where it's just doing completely unrelated bullshit that has
Really
nothing to do with
unrelated.
them.
Like musical numbers.
I expected the musical numbers. Like the movie just two or three times just turns into a weird music video where the cast goes to the beach and gets into a bunch of hijinks and has nothing to do with anything. I mean, that's Hollywood. I expected that. But there's just stuff that has nothing to do with the plot. It's never brought up again. There's that gang of rapists on the college campus because the kids are in college instead of high school, and they have nothing to do with the plot. They have no bearing on the plot.
Well, there's two separate rape gangs, which is even weirder.
I was getting really confused too. And then there's that part where they're at a bar or a diner or something, and then this one guy calling himself the Emperor shows up and beats everybody up with chains, and I don't know how that figures into. Yeah, how did that?
Chichar or something?
Yeah, because he keeps announcing himself I am the Emperor of the street. I am the Emperor of this bar. I am the Emperor of this chain. This has nothing to do with Bollywood Freddy. Get back to Bollywood Freddy.
Yeah, and I kind of wondered if somebody would cut that movie up into the parts that should be the movie, if it would be better. I mean, I liked it just because to me it's just so bonkers. That guy who played Chichar or whatever, he's apparently one of the biggest comedic people in India who was hugely influential, which is really weird. I thought he was good. I don't know. Weird.
I figured there was a lot of Indian pop culture subtext that was just going right over my head. But I also noticed that 30 or 40% of the actors all had the same last name, and it was the name of the production house. So I'm pretty sure they just cast their family for every part in that movie.
Well, did you also notice that you had I think it's Prakash was the boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
And so he has his girlfriend, but I think they're also cousins because he refers to the mom and dad as uncle and aunt.
I did notice that because they get that out of the way really early in the movie.
I really do not regret missing out on purchasing this.
And so the good parts of the movie. All right, I'll talk about the good parts. All of the Freddy parts, and it's this guy named Shakal who died and was resurrected as Mahakal, which is death in Indian apparently. And he's coming at them in their dreams, and they're recreating the scenes from A Nightmare on Elm Street. But because they don't have the budget to do the more elaborate scenes, they have to actually get kind of clever and change things up. And the different stuff they do is actually really cool. Like the part where 24 Freddy gloves are all popping out of the wall and reaching around, that shit looked really good. It looked like it could have been in a real Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
The snakes out of the wall I thought was really cool.
Oh yeah, so instead of when the ne'er-do-well character is in prison, which is weird because apparently Indian prisons are like dungeons.
They're just dungeons. And it's also weird that their police just looks like military.
Yeah, my God, India's scary. Freddy's the least terrifying thing in this movie. But yeah, so instead of having Freddy or Mahakal go in and hang the ne'er-do-well in his jail cell, he just releases a whole bunch of cobras, like live cobras, like, into the cell, and the actor is actually like getting covered in cobras and like screaming because I guess they don't have human rights in India. I mean, stuff like that is really cool. It's just, it's such a tedious movie because they do the Freddy stuff, the Indian Freddy stuff, and then there'll be like a 30-minute slog of unrelated bullcrap. Like,
it's like a whole other movie. Like there's a teen romp that was edited in with this or something, you know?
Yeah, and there's this character who's like Indian Michael Jackson, and so he's just this.
Yeah,
he's this fat, old, like 45-year-old Indian guy with like the Michael Jackson spit curl, and he's just doing a Michael Jackson impression throughout the movie. And he's like, "Ow, yeah, Prakash, let's go, whoa, Shamona."
I was gonna post that clip on Twitter, but I didn't want to spoil it for you because I had to film. I like posted that on Facebook. I was like, "This is Bollywood Nightmare on Elm Street."
I mean, yeah, I will give it that. I mean, I don't know what I expected from Bollywood Nightmare on Elm Street, but I definitely got it. I don't. If I ever watch that movie again, I'm gonna have my finger on the fast forward button, and I'm just going to skip to the Freddy parts. I'm not gonna sit through those music videos where they go to the beach. I'm never gonna watch those.
I had to watch it twice because I kind of zoned out. Like after so many of those weird musical numbers and beachfront capers and shit, like I just would zone out, and I was like, okay, I have to do this two separate times here.
So the ending is completely original as well. So the way they kill Indian Freddy at the end, the big showdown, which doesn't make a lot of sense because it's not in the dream realm. He's just like in a temple, like from like an Indiana Jones movie.
Well, by the end of it, it doesn't make any sense because now he can attack them when they're not asleep. And then also, I think that whole thing with the temple is a reference to the church because there's that ball of bodies.
Yeah, there's just like one. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of like bodies strung up like in the shape of a skull, which is a really cool set. And then it's like above like a well that apparently leads straight to hell because there's a bunch of like glowing red energy down there. And of course, that's how they get rid of Indian Freddy. They throw him into the express route to hell that's just there in India that everybody knows about.
But they had to cut his legs off first.
Yeah, they did have to cut his legs off because everyone really knows that's Freddy's one weakness is cut his legs off.
Was his legs. He had a lot of leg strength. Not much core. That was his weakness.
You know what the weirdest part about that climax though is that so the girl, like the teen, I say teen girl, she's like 40, she's playing like an 18-year-old, and her boyfriend her cousin boyfriend,
her cousin with benefits, Prakash. You know, so she gets captured, and then Prakash shows up to rescue her. But you know who else shows up to rescue her? Her mom and her dad. So these like 60-year-olds also storm the temple and help fight Indian Freddy, which is just really weird. I guess it's like in India, the family dynamic is more sacred, and so they wanted the parents to be like involved in protecting their daughter, but it's just really weird to see these old people beat up Indian Freddy. I did laugh at one scene that just had like a stray dog in the shot. I was like, really? You couldn't tell that thing to get away?
I don't think they could afford to do 2 takes in Bollywood.
Oh my god.
Eric says, is this film legal as far as rights and such go?
I'm honestly not sure. So Massacre Video, I think they're a really small-time operation because this movie, they play Thriller in the movie. They play segments of that song in the movie, and I'm pretty sure Massacre Video didn't license Thriller from the rights holders. And they play like segments of the Nightmare on Elm Street score in the movie.
Yeah, it opens. The very beginning is pretty close to Nightmare on Elm Street, and that's where this movie's really interesting, is where it mirrors Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah. And so I honestly don't know if they're just if like Massacre Video is just completely flying under New Line Cinema's radar and they just have no idea about this, or if it's like, if you want to see the movie, I guess buy it now before Massacre Video gets a cease and desist from New Line.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know Mondo Macabro released it on DVD, I don't know, however many years ago. So it's been released. IMDb says it's an official remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, but there's nothing in the movie that cites Wes Craven. I don't think.
No, he does not get a credit. And that's the weird thing, is like the only like copyright information is at the very beginning of the movie is a photograph of the like certificate from the Indian Film Board.
I think that's
like,
just a rating, though. That's saying like, "Hey, this is a spooky movie. Don't bring your babies."
It was just weird seeing that. I don't know if that's a normal thing in all Indian movies is to have the certificate at the beginning.
One thing I thought was cool. I liked that this movie wasn't just Nightmare on Elm Street, that it had elements of Day of the Dead. It had elements of Nightmare on Elm Street 3, and even, like I mentioned, The Church and Evil Dead. So it's kind of cool to see multiple influences in an Indian film.
Yeah, and Michael Jackson. Like, that was a major influence in the movie.
Yeah, one thing I loved about it was that I didn't buy it, so I saved some money.
Nah, you goofed.
You don't know what you're missing, Nasser. But, yeah, so the core of it is a remake of Nightmare on Elm Street 1, but they do like remake certain scenes. Like there's that part from Nightmare on Elm Street 3 where the girl is holding like a little kid and trying to carry her out of the boiler room.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Skeleton, and they remake that scene.
The bed kill, I think, or there's that 4. That's 4, I think.
Oh yeah, the water bed. Yeah, they do that. And that one's part 4. Yeah. So
there's a lot of cool elements from other stuff.
Oh, they just steal from everything. It's great.
Yeah.
Yucky Gum says, I've never heard of this. There's a reason.
I didn't know this existed until a month ago when I ordered it from Massacre Video. And I don't know. I probably could have gone the rest of my life without knowing that this movie existed, and I would have been fine.
I found the music to be very catchy.
Oh my God.
Oh,
do you watch a lot of Bollywood cinema? Hot
This
Dog?
is the first Bollywood film I've ever seen.
Me too. I've never sat through a Bollywood movie. I mean, I've always known of them. I've known that they have like inexplicable song and dance sequences for no reason. I understand that the movies are really long. That's a normal thing. I just didn't know how meandering and pointless so much the movie was going to be. I wasn't prepared for that.
It's definitely kind of ticked every box that I would expect from a Bollywood movie. Like every stereotype is in here.
I never need to see another Bollywood video or Bollywood movie again as long as
also, what I'm getting from this conversation is that we should start another podcast called Bolly Boys, where all we do is watch Bollywood remakes.
I wonder if that's an industry. If there's just a Bollywood remake of every Hollywood movie, there probably
I wish there was. I wish this was like a weird Italy situation where instead of sequels, you just get these weird-ass remakes that are way too long and awful.
Who's like the Indian Bruno Mattei, like Apu Mattei?
Eric says Indian Nancy has much better parents. What was wrong with regular Nancy's parents?
They were divorced.
Her mom was a wild alcoholic.
So?
And her dad used her as bait to catch a violent knife-wielding psychopath.
What's wrong with any of that?
Oh yeah, okay. That's I can't.
Wouldn't you guys do the same?
This is why I'm not going to Thanksgiving at your house. You see this?
Oh, I thought it was because we were brown.
Well, I'm also brown.
Brown?
You're a hot dog. You're pink.
On the inside.
Oh, like the people in the movie I just watched.
No. That's where you got to cut to the clip of Cleveland saying, "Oh no."
No.
Right, and then we get taken down for showing 3 seconds of.
So hold on. One thing I got to know, Mark, are you glad that you own this movie? At the end of the day,
I'm gonna have to think about that. I mean, I'll probably never part with it. I feel like it's a collector's item. I have no idea when or if I will ever watch it again. Like I said, if I do, I'm just gonna skip the boring parts and watch the parts that I want. But I don't know. I feel like a certain badge of honor that I sat through Indian Nightmare on Elm Street.
You need a T-shirt.
That was one of the roughest. I mean, movie viewing experiences I've had in a while. I've never been that frustrated with a movie. I mean, I think the last time I got that. Oh wait, no. 2 days prior was the last time I got that frustrated with a movie because I watched the 1980 Japanese anime adaptation of Tomb of Dracula. And holy shit, now that was fucking boring. But it wasn't 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Well, it could have been if they did, get some music in there, have some extra fighting.
Dracula just starts singing for no reason. Yeah.
Maybe some cousins learn to fall in love. Who knows? That's what Japan's missing out on.
Oh boy, what else did you guys watch? Because I didn't do the homework, of course.
Well, do you want to talk about Japanese anime Tomb of Dracula?
Tell us all about it. Was there a lot of gratuitous sex and like Frank Welker voicing the sex scenes.
Oh, this movie couldn't afford Frank Welker for the dub. Are you kidding? No, this was so background. Back in the 70s, Marvel made a bunch of contracts with Toei, the Japanese production studio, and that's where Jack Q, one of those Super Sentai shows, and Japanese Spider-Man, where he's got the giant robot. Like, that's how that happened, was because they had partnered with Toei. But for some reason, Toei licensed Spider-Man. Makes sense. Toei collaborated with Stan Lee for a season of their Super Sentai show. Makes sense. Toei licensed Tomb of Dracula and Monster of Frankenstein. Like, of all the fucking comics, they licensed those to make anime adaptations out of. I don't quite follow that, but yeah, they I didn't watch the Monster of Frankenstein one yet, but I watched the Tomb of Dracula one, which was released as Dracula, Sovereign of the, and it's just a 90-minute super condensed retelling of the Tomb of Dracula comic storyline. Like, they took like 70 issues and compressed it down in 90 minutes, and it
looks like Ghostbusters, the cartoon.
That's the thing, is it was animated by Toei, so it looks like G.I. Joe and Transformers and Voltron and the stuff that they were making in the 80s. It actually, what it really looks like is it looks like the Marvel shows that Toei animated, like for America in the 80s, like Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends and Pride of the X-Men, like those shows. It looked like it could fit in with that, except Dracula's like ripping ladies' blouses off and biting their necks and ripping their throats out.
Hey, so this one he's eating a hamburger.
And there's and again, all this shit comes from the comic, but like there's a part where like Dracula's not evil in this. He takes a bride in the first 5 minutes of the movie, but he's stealing the bride from Satan to get revenge on Satan. So he's actually saving her from being married to Satan. And then Satan gets pissed. And at the same time, Harker and Morris and all of them are going and trying to hunt Dracula down. But Dracula is just misunderstood.
Hold on, he stole Satan's bride?
He stole Satan's bride to get revenge on Satan for turning him into a vampire back when he was Vlad the Impaler. So Satan's not. So Satan takes away his vampirism and turns him back into a human, and that's when he eats the hamburger because he gets really hungry. There's a scene where he's like, "Oh, I'm so hungry. I need money to buy food." So he just walks down the street, finds the first person he can, and just curb stomps the shit out of him and takes his wallet. And then he goes to a diner and buys the hamburger. But before he turns into a human, he has a baby with his bride, whose name I forget. And then the leader of a cult, of Satan's cult, kills the baby. And the baby's dead. But then Heaven brings the baby back to life as a grown man, but the grown man has to kill Dracula because Dracula is a sinner, and the grown man is now an agent of Heaven. This is all from the fucking comic, and it's
you kind of lost me.
Holy
and
shit.
they're trying to do all this in 90 minutes. But then Dracula's like, "Oh shit, I want to be a vampire again because being a human sucks. I got to beat people up and buy hamburgers." So in the last like 10 minutes of the movie, he just travels back to Transylvania and he tries to find a vampire who will bite him and turn him back into a vampire. And they're all like, "Nah, fuck off. Like, we don't like you." And so he gets into a fight with another vampire who's taken over as Lord of the Vampires, like during his hamburger eating absence. And he kills that guy. And then he goes back to his castle and he's like, "Oh, the crypt air from my castle has turned me back into a vampire." What? Yeah, I know. He just says, like, I'm pretty sure this is like a bad translation for the dub. And then the Night Stalkers show up and they blow up the castle and everybody dies, and that's the end of the movie. And I'm just like, what the fuck did I just watch? And it's not even animated well. Like, this isn't like G.I. Joe quality Toei animation. This is like Toei animation, done on 1/10 of the budget of an episode of G.I. Joe. So the characters barely move. There's hardly, it's so lethargic and boring to look at, and it doesn't make any sense. And I got so fucking frustrated with that movie. And then I watched Indian Nightmare on Elm Street, and that was somehow worse. It's just,
See, I
Oh
wish
my
this
goodness.
movie would have been done from Satan's perspective. That way it could have been called I Got Cucked by Dracula.
That's exactly what happens. Satan gets cucked by Dracula and he's pissed.
Which is a great title, by the way.
I got cucked by Dracula. Yeah, get a copyright on that before Nasser steals it, because Nasser's always stealing ideas.
I am not. Name one idea I stole.
Yeah, your next book is going to be titled "I Got Cucked by Frankenstein."
No.
Like, oh yeah,
No, my next book
With
is
Peter
called
Griffin on the cover.
No. My next book is called Cartman America.
Cartman. Oh yeah.
I like that. That's really good.
Right. Full customs on my side. Eric says, I have seen Sailor Moon, and Japan is not short on cousins falling in love.
Oh, thank God.
Sailor Moon's got some even weirder shit. So the cousin thing is actually from the American dub. They were just straight up lesbians. So Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune were just straight up lesbians in the Japanese version. So for the English dub, when it aired on Toonami, they like Deke or whoever was doing that at the time, Cloverway, they're like, oh, I know how we can fix this so they don't look like lesbians. We'll just say that they're cousins, and that'll explain their like intimate, passionate closeness, and it'll make things better. And it only made things worse. So now not only are they lesbians, but they're like they're kissing cousins.
I hate anime so much. Jason says, I have the Tomb of Dracula anime straight from the comic book. He put a smiley face in each of those messages, so I guess he likes it somehow.
I mean, it's vintage as fuck. I recognize some of the voice actors. The people who would dub anime in the 80s and 90s, like for streamlined video, like that cast. The only one who I really noticed was Richard Epcar. He's the guy who voices Jigen in Lupin the Third, and he's been in a million things. He voices Satan. So, but everybody else is like, they're not Frank Welker, they're not Peter Cullen, they're not any voice actor you've ever heard of or recognized. And it's
right.
It was bad.
They're not Seth MacFarlane.
Yes, Seth MacFarlane. Oh yeah, right. Everybody's favorite voice actor
best.
who can only do 2 voices. Yeah.
Yucky Gum says, recommend a good movie. I just saw Revenge. Real good. I Spit on Your Grave riff.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. I'm
I
waiting
haven't
for the
seen Revenge
Bollywood
either.
version, I think.
You're waiting for the Bollywood version. Yeah.
Well, he says
I loved I Spit on Your Grave, but there wasn't enough musical numbers in it. So.
That's a big problem with that movie. It's not happy enough.
Well, he said recommend a good movie, so I guess we all got to recommend one. I'm still recommending The Blackcoat's Daughter. I think last week or the week before I told you guys about that one. I don't think you guys watched it yet.
That movie sounds so pretentious. I hate it on principle.
No, come on. It's great. It's only a little pretentious, okay? You won't notice. Okay, it's somewhat pretentious.
All right, if we're gonna get pretentious,
it's really pretentious, but watch it.
It's so fucking pretentious. God damn!
I'm sorry.
I just wanted you people to think I was smart.
Right. Pushes up glasses. Yeah,
Hey, Mark. What's your recommendation, Mark? Lately.
Well, I did watch a good movie. I'd seen it before. So I got 2 more movies that I watched. I watched Toxic Zombies, which
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah. I mean, I like Toxic Zombies, but I don't know if I'd necessarily recommend it to people. Toxic Zombies is good if you've seen every other zombie movie, including like Zombie 3 and Zombie 4 and Zombie 5.
Oh man!
Once you're down to like the bottom rung of zombie movies, then Toxic Zombies is pretty good. But it's not like a straight recommendation. No, what I recommend is I watched. Now it's time for me to get pretentious. I watched a 1932 pre-code horror film done in the ultra rare 2-strip Technicolor process called Dr. X.
Oh.
And it was really
way
good.
Too modern. It needs a silent film
It was
adaptation.
a talkie, yeah.
Right.
Did they even have doctors back then, or was he just making people get drunk and cutting legs off?
The 1930s definition of a doctor was very, very loose.
Right, it's just a guy with the office and the top hat.
Right.
So the plot of Dr. X is that there's a cannibal killer going around the city, like killing people and then like taking chunks of their flesh. And so this this savvy reporter, journalist guy, is trying to get to the bottom of this big scoop. But at the same time, all the murders are happening around a medical school. And so the dean of the school is under suspicion. And he's Dr. X, by the way. But he's not the bad guy. So the movie's not named after the killer. So the police suspect that one of the faculty there is the cannibal killer. So Dr. X devises a plan to determine which member of his faculty is the cannibal killer. So he invites them all to his giant spooky mansion up on the rocks above like a cliffside overlooking the sea that all doctors have, filled with butlers and maids and spooky people, like it's Victorian England.
Right, and they all look like ghosts. Like that's one of my favorite parts about House on Haunted Hill, that one jump scare where the lady thinks she sees a ghost and she's like, it's so hideous, and then later they're like, what are you talking about? This is just the maid.
He's like, that's just my wife. Jeez. Right. But yeah, all the butlers are gaunts and they all look like they're the undead. And so he does all these experiments to try and figure out which one of his faculty members is the killer.
And they're all named stuff like Igor.
Yeah, they all have weird names. But here's the twist. So we do see the killer throughout the movie, and he's got this. So Dr. X, the appearance of the appearance of the killer in the movie was partly what inspired the original Clayface in Batman comics, because he has this face that's just nothing but like mushy brown goo all over his face. It looks like he's got clay all over his face and hands. And he actually looks really spooky and creepy. And he's just like, he's a hooded figure with a deformed face and big furry hands with claws that's just kind of like lurking through secret passages around the big mansion, and then like reaching out of the secret passages and strangling people. But it actually gets kind of gross because it turns out one of the medical faculty, of course, is the killer. But his secret is that he has invented artificial flesh, which is just brown goo that he electrifies and then slathers all over his face. And he's like, artificial flesh. Like, no, that's not what that is. You're just smearing shit all over your face, bro. Like,
they had no ideas in the 30s, did they?
Well, he did inspire the Batman villain Shitface also.
He did inspire Shitface, yes. But then it turns out the guy's just fucking crazy. And he tries to kill everybody. And his death is actually pretty fucking hardcore. They throw a lantern at him, set his body on fire, and then they kick him through a plate glass window, and then he falls down the cliff into the ocean, and he doesn't even hit the ocean. He hits the rocks, and then he fucking breaks every bone in his body. And then he just like burns like Anakin Skywalker, just like on the rocks. It's like, Jesus Christ.
I think just one of those things was enough. He didn't have to go through all of that.
And that's what it was like being a doctor in the 1930s.
Oh my goodness!
It's actually, so it's a pre-code horror movie, so it gets to be more violent and risque. So it deals with cannibalism, and it deals with rape, and it deals with guys getting set on fire and thrown out windows and shit. So it's very violent for a 1930s movie. But it's done in so you've seen Mystery of the Wax Museum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know how that movie had the weird like almost color where it's like it's got two colors. It's got like red and green, and then like various shades in between. So that's called two-strip Technicolor, and like not a lot of movies were done that way, but Dr. X is one of them. So it looks really bizarre. Like the greens are bright green and the reds are like dark red. I don't know. It looks like it has like Kruger's sweater palette going on throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, I think that version of the movie was Mystery of the Wax Museum was lost for a while, and then they found it like in like a random box like 30 years later. like
they always do whenever they find a movie. It's always like, oh yeah, we found it at some dude's garage sale.
Yeah, I remember when I was going through my really big lost film phase, like I would find so many examples of that. Like there was like some Charlie Chaplin film or something that some dude found in a random box he bought on eBay for like $5. And I'm like, how?
My favorite one is the Edison like kinetoscope version of Frankenstein, like the very first filmed version of Frankenstein. It's like 10 minutes long, was made in like 1901 or something. Like that one was a lost film, until some guy just like turned up with it in the 1970s. Like, oh shit, you people were looking for this? I had it the whole time.
That's my old doorstop.
Yeah, right.
Right. Everything except London After Midnight.
That shit's gone. You're just gonna have to get over that, Nasser.
Man, I remember when I saw Mark of the Vampire, which I guess is supposed to be a remake of London After Midnight, but it doesn't acknowledge it in the credits. So I'm just gonna keep pretending that London After Midnight is a great movie when it probably sucks. But I remember Mark. Well, I remember Mark when I saw Mark of the Vampire, and I told you about it. You're like, "Well, I got news for you, man. London After Midnight is just that same movie but without sound." I sent you this quote from the director Todd Browning that directed both of them, and on the set of Mark of the Vampire, he kept telling everybody that Lon Chaney would have done it better.
Bela Lugosi is like standing right there. It's like, blah, fuck you, Todd.
Right. Oh man, one of these days, Mark, they'll find it, even though it's 2021 and it's never turned up. I'm sure it's somewhere.
I mean, have you seen what happens to like celluloid film strips from the 1920s? Like they get so brittle that they basically turn into like dry leaves. You can't even touch them; they'll fall apart. And like every year, they just fall apart more and more. They literally disintegrate in the canister.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure some private collector has it and just hasn't released it to the world for whatever reason.
Because it sucks. He's trying to spare us.
Right.
Oh, what if that's what it is? What if it's like the shittiest movie? He refuses to let people suffer.
I'm pretty positive it is. I'm pretty positive it's just the awful movie, but it's got Lon Chaney. So I mean, there will be some enjoyable moments for sure. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. Got Amateur Anth. Yuki Gum says, yeah, it's cool but pretentious. Only a little bit, okay? Let's see. Eric says it was harder to kill bad guys in the 30s. People were hardier back then.
It's true. Less GMOs and stuff.
That's what it was. And not all like the cocaine in their cough syrup and shit.
No.
Yucky Gum says we can at least say the vampire from London After Midnight looked cool.
I swear to God, I mean, we already know the twist because of Mark of the Vampire. We know that the vampire in London After Midnight is just some asshole wearing makeup. Right. And he's not even a real vampire. I mean, but yeah, he looks cool. And I think that's the only reason anybody cares about that movie is they've seen Lon Chaney's makeup and how great it looks, and they want to see more of it. But that's it.
Yeah, if there's one thing that makes me feel better about it being lost, it's that it really does probably suck like really bad.
I mean, that's the problem with like any Holy Grail. Like Hot Dog, your Holy Grail was to see Bollywood Freddy Krueger, and now you have.
Okay, but to be fair, all my Holy Grails are terrible.
you have certain expectations. Okay.
Oh boy, I don't know. London After Midnight, I don't know. It's just that like, yeah, it really is just the makeup. Like I just want to see more of it because I'm sure Lon Chaney does some really creepy stuff. But yeah, after I saw Mark of the Vampire, it really that killed my whole like enthusiasm for like lost films. Like I really went from I hope they find this one day to
Well, there's a lot of like lost horror films that I mean, besides that one that I'd like people to find, like the 1920s version of The Gorilla. I want to see that, but you know, because that was like one of the most influential movies. Like anytime you see like a 1930s cartoon that has like Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck being chased around an old dark house by a gorilla,
right?
Like that's a parody of that movie, The Gorilla, but it's a lost film. So it was a hugely like popular, influential film, and it's lost.
Man,
so that one's lost.
Oh, sorry, not to get you off this.
Yeah, go on.
Oh no, there's the other one called Janus Head, which is a ripoff of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's directed by F.W. Murnau, and it stars what's his face from Caligari?
Conrad Veidt.
Yeah, Conrad Veidt. He's in it, and it's got this. Who else is? And it's got like everybody you know, like from the silent era. Like it's got people that.
It's got a bunch of dead guys in it.
No, I think it's a cinematographer from like Metropolis. It's just got like everybody you could think of worked on this movie.
I know, and it sounds like it's probably like a lost masterpiece. But yeah, I mean, there's also like a chunk of Metropolis that's still missing. They found like 95% of that movie, but that last little like missing 5%.
Yeah, that's
somewhere.
why I still didn't watch because I have like the public domain DVD VHS rip. I have that one. I haven't watched it because I think the Kino Lorber Blu-ray has a few minutes that isn't in the public domain.
It's got
one.
more than a few minutes, so yeah, that's the one you want. I think they even call it the complete Metropolis. I have a copy of it, and yeah, it's every single bit of footage that's been recovered, so it's the most complete version. And I think it's only missing one scene, and for that missing scene, they have a little like title card that comes up and summarizes the scene.
Yeah, it's missing the infamous pie eating contest scene where she eats all the pie and throws up on everybody. It was hilarious.
Which is weird because she's a robot.
Yeah, it's pretty wild they thought of that back then.
Right, robots and pie.
Oh, the other missing one that I really wish would turn up is The Cat Creeps. It's the talkie, it's the pre-code talkie remake of The Cat and the Canary, and like only a little fragment of it exists because like it was chopped up and put into a short film. But like the movie itself is gone.
Yeah, it was the archive footage from I forget the name of the movie, but yeah,
Boo. It's called Boo. It's like a humorous short subject where they had like clips from that movie and they had clips from Nosferatu and like Frankenstein. And they had like some asshole. It was like Bob Saget from America's Funniest Home Videos going like, "Oh, here comes Dracula. He's coming down the stairs. Whoop, right. Dracula, I'm gonna suck your blood." Like, this is terrible.
Right. It was like an awful attempt at like Mystery Science Theater 3000 or something. Like making fun of those movies. Right.
Yeah, but I mean, I really want to see the because it's a pre-code horror film, and I think it's also Todd Browning. I think he's just got the worst luck. But
him and Murnau. Him and Murnau, they've got so many films that are lost, and like especially Murnau, like there's a few of those where they're like critically acclaimed, like the Janus had one, and there's some others that are slipping me, but like Murnau has so many movies where people are like, yes, this is quite the masterpiece. I suppose we will never preserve it, so other generations will never get to behold it. And I don't know. I don't know why they were so awful at preserving these movies. Actually, I do know because they didn't think it was important. After it had its run in the theater, they just didn't care. And
it was disposable. Yeah. Well, it's like especially with silent films. Like once talkies were invented, the attitude was like nobody would ever want to watch a silent film again now that we have talkies. So let's just throw them away.
Right. A lot of them were thrown away or just misplaced. Like some of them people don't, know what happened to it. Like, okay, it had its run, then they either threw it out or somebody took it, or I don't know. A lot of them burned up in fires. The one that destroyed the last copy of London After Midnight, it also destroyed another Lon Chaney movie where I think he might have been a mad scientist in it. And Lon Chaney too, a lot of bad luck. A lot of his movies are gone. I think he was in 150 movies, and we probably have a couple dozen of them. Yeah. But yeah, that fire destroyed at least two of his movies. Yeah, there were plenty of fires where these things just went missing.
Were you setting fires back in the 1920s, Nasser?
I mean, is
that the most useful thing you can do with the time machine? Is just go back in time to the 1920s and set a bunch of film vaults on fire just to fuck with people? Take that, Fay Ray! I consume your legacy with flame.
Oh boy, if I had a time machine, Mark, I don't know. I guess I'd go back and buy a bunch of stuff that I knew would become valuable one day, like Action Comics #1. But then the tough part would be like, well, how do I just suddenly like claim that I have like 3 like mint like Action Comics #1?
That's the thing too, is that I mean, if you brought those with you from 1937 directly here. To 2021, is that the year we're in right now? Yeah.
Yeah.
If you brought that with you, the comics wouldn't have aged, so they look fake. People were like, "Oh, those are reproductions. You're not fooling anybody."
But get Stan Lee to sign them all.
Get Stan Lee to sign Action Comics #1. Yeah, that'll really prove its authenticity.
But look, it's got Stan Lee's signature.
Right. So then what would I do? Would I have to would I steal them and then drop them off in like the 80s, like bury it in some place and then dig it up like years later? Like, oh, hey, look what I found. So it looks aged,
Get it graded.
Get it graded.
CGC slabbed, yeah.
No, but like you guys said, like, no, they think it's fake.
because the pages wouldn't be yellowed or anything.
Right, so I gotta bury them underground. So so it's like
start a grading company in the 20s, and then get it graded. Take it back with you. It's just like a wooden crate that's like around your book.
Somebody just named Payne in the chat, I don't know, saying stuff. He says, "Don't get scared. Art has personality. Wildcat, Toxic Avenger, attack Rotten Tomatoes." No, I'm not going to attack any tomatoes.
Toxic Avenger is pretty fucking awesome.
Then he's just saying stuff that just makes no sense.
Stream of consciousness. So you either get it or you don't.
So this is the weirdest troll we've had show up here.
I mean, that's how I would describe Bollywood Freddy Krueger. That was a stream of consciousness movie. Oh, okay, they're singing. Okay, now there's Michael Jackson. Okay. Now there's Freddy. Hey, Freddy, that's cool. Oh, wait, no. Now the Emperor has shown up and he's getting into a fight at a bar. Okay, all right. Now the cousins are making out. That's unusual. That's a bold choice.
Let's just pray there's no Bollywood Friday the 13th, okay?
Oh, I have to get that one too.
Or Bollywood Chainsaw Massacre.
Bollywood Chainsaw Massacre. You're full of great titles today, Hot Dog. So did you watch anything, Hot Dog?
Yes.
Yeah.
2 Texas Chainsaw films. I know, it's a recurring theme now.
Right.
You're almost done. Have you finally watched them all?
I mean, I've seen them all for a while, but I'm kind of just revisiting them now.
Yeah, I mean, so is your trip down Texas Chainsaw Lane finally over? Have you rewatched all the movies?
I probably rewatch one, even though that's the one I've probably seen the most. But for the most part, yeah. I found the beginning. The beginning is streaming. The remake prequel.
Oh, that one. I didn't like that one.
I didn't either, and it kind of made me realize why I don't like the remake. It made me hate the remake more, which I thought was okay, because there's nothing likable in either of those movies.
Well, there's R. Lee Ermey, but he's playing R. Lee Ermey, and almost kind of takes you out of it because he's just playing his Full Metal Jacket character, and he's just like the same character he always plays in everything he does, which is great. That's R. Lee Ermey, but it's like, hey, that's not whatever Hewitt, Sheriff Hewitt. That's R. Lee Ermey playing his usual shtick. It kind of takes you out.
There's just no likable characters. You don't even have a reason to like Leatherface at all. He's just such a template killer. You could have put anybody there,
I mean, I guess I was also it pissed me off because I think it's the only movie where they show you Leatherface's face. He takes his mask off and you see his face. I'm like, no, you don't do that. We went all these movies. We went 4 movies without Leatherface taking his mask off, and now you just fucking did it. And it's it's a throwaway scene where he's just sitting there in the living room and he takes his mask off and you see his face and then he puts it back on. Really? That's the grand reveal after 4 movies? You forgot about it?
And all the family members suck too. Every other movie has an interesting family member, at least, And then these 2 are just nothing burgers.
I mean, the only ones I remember besides R. Lee Ermey is I remember the fat lady just because she was in the trailer and she's going oh my. I just remember for some reason that scene was in the trailer and I saw the trailer 10,000 times. And there's a skinny lady who wants a baby or something.
The really weird one who stole the baby.
Yeah. So I think the problem with the prequel, Texas Chainsaw: The Beginning, is that because it's a prequel and you know where the Hewitt family is in the remake, you know that none of the characters can survive because they can't go and tell the cops, that there's a cannibal family over there in Texas. So from the get-go that everybody has to die and the Hewitt family has to win. So there's no tension.
Right.
I know how the movie's going to end.
But you want to know how that one guy lost his legs, right? Well, this is the movie.
Or how what was it He kicks in R. Lee Ermey's teeth, and so that's why he's missing some teeth in the remake.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's your only catharsis in this movie is that he kicks R. Lee Ermey's teeth in, and then he dies. Okay.
And I think that may be where the Leatherface prequel is better than this, is that at least you get more of the family growing up, I think. Mm. That's at least one takeaway that I like from that movie. Yeah,
I still haven't seen those. So I hated Texas Chainsaw: The Beginning so much that I think it's the reason why I haven't seen the last 2 Texas Chainsaw movies.
You're not missing out, but I do.
You are missing out. Texas Chainsaw 2013 is incredible.
Is that the 3D one?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's probably why I didn't go see it. I was kind of like,
it's the second best one out of all of them, Mark.
Man,
They
I
make
don't.
you
That's a
3D
bold claim, Nasser.
I think Mark is totally gonna agree with me. If he
I
doesn't
don't
agree
think
with
he's
me,
going to.
I like
don't.
toxic zombies.
if he doesn't agree with me, the world is gonna end.
Well, Nasser, I'm sorry, but if you like it, it must be pretentious, and I don't
Oh,
watch
it's not.
Chainsaw Massacre movies.
No, it's not pretentious.
It is
It's not
definitely
the
not
Black
that.
Coat's Daughter. Come on, you guys
There's
gotta
some
watch the
cool
Black Coat's Daughter.
ideas.
Be
I don't know.
pretentious
I like
with
when
me.
I like when these movies build on the lore. So I'm a sucker for that shit. You know.
I mean,
Right, me
you
too.
liked Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation, which was all about the lore. Like, that,
Hey,
there's no
it
lore
is.
in those movies.
It
and
fits
suddenly-
in there. You even said, and we fought about it until one of us cried. I'm not saying who.
It's an in between quill. It fixes the continuity between 2 and 3. No, it's the 4th movie. No. And it was like that until one of us broke.
Eric says, "Oh, there is a Bollywood Friday the 13th.
fuck.
Brad Jones covered it on the Cinema Snob."
Ooh. Well, I guess I know what Massacre Video next. So the Massacre Video, I like the 2 that I got from. I mean, Mahakal was garbage, but the fact that they even found something like that and restored it, they did a really good job restoring it. By the way, the print looked great, and they even got like special features. They found those Indian people and they interviewed them. I'm baffled by the fact that they did that, but yeah, they went the extra mile on that one. And Toxic Zombies looked really good and has a ton of special features. I mean, so those Massacre Video Blu-rays are on par with anything coming out of like Vinegar Syndrome or Severin. They just need it really does feel like they are getting the absolute scraps, though. It's like the stuff that Vinegar Syndrome passes on, Massacre Video picks up, and that's
Right.
pretty rough.
I was kind of surprised that somebody like Vinegar Syndrome didn't put out Mahakal.
Maybe they were afraid of like the Michael Jackson music and the Freddie music, and they just we're Vinegar Syndrome. We're too big. They'll notice us. Like, nah, we're sure, okay.
Oh man, the Cinema Snob. I've never heard of that, but that sounds like me. Like next week, I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, guys, I watched some noir movies."
And you'll notice that I pronounced it correctly this time instead of no ear. I'm
Right.
getting smarter.
Right, noir.
This looks just like Mahakal. I'm going through that Cinema Snob Friday the 13th Bollywood thing. This looks like the same movie.
Oh, Weenie is buying it. He's buying it.
If I could, I would. You know that.
Wait for Massacre Video to put out their fully restored Blu-ray. So Toxic Zombies, by the way, just to go down that real quick. So the plot of Toxic Zombies is that a bunch of hippies are growing pot up in the mountains, and the CIA is like, we'll put a stop to that. So they hire a drunken crop duster to spray an experimental herbicide all over the mountains to kill the pot. Instead, it turns the hippies into zombies, and the hippies eat everybody in the end.
No.
So yeah.
Spoiler
That
alert.
sounds
Spoiler alert.
fantastic.
Yeah. So it's I don't know. I liked it because it's not boring. I kind of wish that the zombie makeup was, a bit more intense. The zombies, I mean, they don't look as lame as the zombies in like Dawn of the Dead. Sorry, but the zombies in Dawn of the Dead always look like crap. But they I don't know. They're not decomposed enough. They almost look more like mutants than zombies. But yeah, it's really violent. The restoration that Massacre Video did was really good. The only exception is they had to splice in some lost footage that they could only find from a video source. And most of the time it looks fine, except for like this pointless epilogue at the end where they had to, all they had was the video source. So it like suddenly the movie goes to like standard definition VHS for the end of the movie.
Jeez.
And it's almost like why did they even bother? Because the version that I saw back in the day didn't have that epilogue. And the epilogue is literally the lone survivor of the movie, the main character, going to a gas station, asking the attendant to check his tires. The attendant checks his tires, and then he drives off up a hill, and that's it. That's the end of the movie. Why? Why did you restore this? Why did you put this back in the movie?
Speaking of dumb epilogues, I think the worst, I don't know if it's actually an epilogue or what it counts as, but that movie, Happy Birthday to Me, that last like minute and a half was
yeah.
just so stupid.
So if if Happy Birthday to Me had ended with like her at the birthday party, like very slowly and creepily singing the birthday song,
Right.
and if it had just like faded into the credits from there, that would have been great. But instead, it kept going, and they're like, "Oh, so no, it was actually your twin sister," and she kept chloroforming you over and over again throughout the movie
for
and
the
you
whole
didn't
entire movie.
Yeah, like they put too many twists at the end of that movie when it could have just ended perfectly right there. Oh, there's so the DVD version of Freaks, the Todd Browning movie, that really old
Which I think is a bootleg because I have that DVD and it looks like
it looks
I don't
like
know.
shit. No, it's not a bootleg. It's just a really old DVD from back when the studios didn't give a shit about the quality. But
I completely thought it was a bootleg.
yeah, it looks really bad. But the worst thing about it is that they added a lost epilogue onto the end of the movie.
Yep.
And so the original version of Freaks, the one that I grew up with on VHS and on TV, it ends with them showing the woman who's now a freak and has like nothing from the legs down, and like in like the pen at the zoo or whatever, and everybody's like laughing at her, and that's how the movie ends. It's a really creepy, weird, like nasty way to end the movie. But then I watched the DVD version, and they like tacked on this epilogue where they go to like the midget's mansion, and he's reunited with the girl midget, and they live happily ever after. And like, what? This sucks.
It sounds sweet.
It's
it's awful.
There's nothing sweet about midgets hugging and kissing and
Jeez.
having human rights. Ugh.
Midgets with benefit. Come on.
Midgets with benefits.
Oh boy. Yeah, I like Freaks, but that tacked on ending is really awful.
Yeah, I wish they just left it off, or if they just like included it as like a bonus feature, on the DVD and not actually attached it to the movie, that would have been fine.
That thing had one bonus feature where it's like little like biographies about the people because they were actually freaks.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, that's actually a really good bonus feature because they try to humanize all the freaks, and they're like, oh no, like this guy here, the one who was like the human worm, he was actually quite intelligent and articulate. And like, oh, this guy here, the one who had no legs, he was a very handsome man. His brother was an anchorman for TV or something like that. But then they would get to the ones that didn't have
the really sad ones.
Yeah, the really sad ones. Like, oh, this lady here, the hermaphrodite, she lived a miserable life and killed herself or something like that. No.
Like there's some of them where they're like, yeah, and after 1942, nobody knows what happened to them. I'm like, wait, what? It's like
just disappeared into the ether.
Right. It's like yeah, nobody knows what happened to this actor after 10 years after the movie.
Still out there, Nasser. They're still out there, like stalking the streets at night.
What is this? A Lovecraft story?
this 95-year-old armless, legless human worm guy is just like out there crawling around like in the streets in the gutter, like, I'm gonna get you, Nasser.
But no, it is weird because there's some of them where it's like, yeah, 10 years after the movie they went missing, nobody ever heard of them since. I'm like, really? Like,
I mean, they probably
you're just gonna drop that on me and not tell me details? Like,
they probably just created a society underground or something.
Yeah, or the Morlocks. Yeah,
I'm gonna rip that off.
Makes
Thanks,
sense to
Weenie.
me.
My next
God
book.
Damn it! I want a co-writer credit, please. Just one.
Co-plot credit.
Co-plotter.
Okay, here's the compromise. You'll let Hot Dog design your cover art for you. Be like,
oh, I got some ideas already.
a bunch of midgets.
You'll have that before the end of the night.
But no, yeah, and then there's some that are real sad, like those conjoined twins, where it's like, yeah, and then the alcoholic twins kind of died, and nobody knew for like a month till they found the bodies. Something like that along those lines.
No,
really
it was
sad.
something really bad where it's like so there's twins that shared like a liver. One of them was an alcoholic and the other wasn't, and the alcoholic one like destroyed their liver and killed them both. Like, oh my god.
Right, it's really sad, but it was actually a cool feature though, just to learn more about those people, because some of them it was like their only movie, and I don't know, it's just I like those obscure facts about them.
But what's amazing is that people always point to Freaks being made in like 1931, like, oh, the exploitation of the deformed and the infirm. That's something that they only would have done in old Hollywood in the 1930s. You know, we're so much better than that now. Like, go watch this flick from the 1980s called The Sentinel, where they do the exact same thing, and it's even worse because it's a haunted apartment building movie, and the apartment building is built over the gateway to hell, and Satan is played by Burgess Meredith. And at the end of the movie, Burgess Meredith leads the army of hell out of the portal at the bottom of, and from the basement of the apartment building. And this was a bold choice. They decided that instead of using makeup for the hordes of hell, they would just hire a bunch of deformed and ugly people and handicapped people. And so it's just a bunch of people with deformities and handicaps and missing limbs shambling out and basically being treated like they're devils and demons. And like, oh, wow.
I just picture the guy, hey, retard, want to be in a movie?
Right, we're paying $5 a day.
That's a lot of pencils, kid. A lot of Crayola.
Hey, you with the jaundice. You look like a demon. You want to be in my movie?
Oh, my goodness. Yucky Gums is Love Freaks classic. Vic says disgusting. Jim Tuner says Freaks was banned in the UK as a film until the 1960s. Well, yeah, it was banned as a film. What else would it be banned as?
I mean, honestly, everything was banned in the UK until very recently. Like, The Exorcist was banned in the UK until like 2001, I think. Like, when they came out with that special extended edition.
Yeah.
That was when they finally released it.
It seemed like almost everything was a video nasty back then.
Right? So Toxic Zombies was a fucking video nasty. And who the hell's heard of Toxic Zombies? Like, they just put that label like on any horror movie. Like, oh, it's a video nasty. That's a video nasty. Oh,
right.
Felix
like
the cat, that's a video nasty.
They censored Hellraiser there. I think they had to take out like a shot of like the rats or something. I don't know.
What?
Something like that. I was in a Clive Barker interview. I can't remember which one, but I watched some of his interviews and like they really like censored his stuff and they would take out like dumb stuff like because they would say like I think the excuse was like they said like, oh, this is inhumane, and then they took out parts that had nothing to do with humans.
So no, they had this criteria in England where like, oh, it's too ghastly. So that was like anything that's too ghastly, they would cut, and like it could be literally anything. Like what's the threshold for ghastly? Like I don't know.
Right.
Like, oh, a rat. That's too ghastly. Remove.
Or like, man, I think I told you guys about this interview before with Clive Barker on this awful like British TV interview show, but like there was one where these people were asking him like, are you ever scared that like people will try and do the stuff that are in your movies like in Hellraiser? And he's like so fed up, he's trying to be nice, and he's like, I'm sorry, but how would they do any of this?
And he said that literally before a skeleton ran up onto the stage and tried to suck his blood. Like, oh no! Hoisted by my own petard!
Oh my goodness. It was released as Hero Racer in the UK.
Well, didn't they change like the Ninja Turtles names in the UK too?
Yeah, they couldn't use the word ninja in children's media because they considered the word ninja as too violent. So the Ninja Turtles became the Hero Turtles in the UK. The Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. They also couldn't use nunchucks because nunchucks were considered too violent a weapon. They could use swords. They could chop the shit out of each other, but oh no, they couldn't use nunchucks. So if you ever watched the UK cut of the first Ninja Turtles movie, the 1991.
No.
Yeah, so the ending of that movie is hilarious. So you know that in the normal cut, the way Splinter defeats the Shredder is the Shredder charges him. They're on the rooftop, and the Shredder charges him with a spear, and then Splinter takes Michelangelo's nunchuck and flips it around the spear and flips Shredder over, and Shredder goes like diving off the side of the building and into the garbage truck, right? Mm-hmm. In the UK cut, Shredder just charges with the spear and just runs off the side of the building into the garbage truck because I had to cut out the nunchuck. That doesn't make any sense.
I just picture a constable being like, "Oi, you got a nunchuck license, mate?"
You Just once, I wish someone would be like, yeah, as a matter of fact, I do have my nunchuck license. And he shows it to the constable. The constable is like, all right, then, everything seems to be in order here. Carry on.
Cameron Scott says, have you watched any of Neil Breen's movies? I don't
You would
know.
Nasser. You would definitely know.
What's a Neil Breen movie?
They're usually really terrible. From
Well,
what
I meant
hear.
like the titles.
Oh, Double Indemnity, Sunset Boulevard. The only one I think I remember is like Twisted Pair or something.
Let's see. I just Googled
He's
it.
a notoriously schlocky filmmaker.
I just Googled it. It looks like Twisted Pair is one. Fateful Findings, Double
It's about
Down.
his testicles being spun around in the sack.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I just made that up. Don't quote me on that.
I don't know. If I could sit through a Don Dohler movie, I could probably sit through whatever the hell that guy's dishing out.